Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I am still working on photos from Salzburg. This is day 2. I'm almost to the end here, getting there. And this is a 6x8 pocket page. I've got all 3x4 slots here, and I've already picked out some stuff. I know I want to use my ticket from the Christmas Museum. This is probably like my next 3 layouts are from the Christmas Museum. I'm not a huge Christmas person, but the friend I was with is, and I promised another friend I would bring her home some Christmas stuff. We had already gone to the store called Christmas in Salzburg the day before and bought some stuff there. But the museum, it was cheap to get into. It was right off a square where we already were, so we figured why not go in there and check it out. So I have my ticket from that. I have some photos, and then I had picked out this paper for the backing of both of these cards, and now I'm second guessing that. There's a lot of star images in here already. So I think I want to find something else. But what? That's the question. And then I think I want to work in some other blue elements because of this carpet. Otherwise, it's just a lot of gray and silver. That's kind of boring. Not a lot happening there. So I think I'm going to look first at finding what else could I do with these backgrounds and just see what I find. So when I went in to look at my other card options, I found this. And I got this as a freebie. I think it was from Pretty Little Studio. I know they do some vintagey stuff. I didn't order it. I ordered some other things and they just dropped this in as a freebie. But I thought, well, I don't know when else I'll ever use this, so why not do it here? The color is right. It might even help me work in some red and green, so that would be cool. So I'm going to use that one. Then for the ticket, I have 3 possible backgrounds. They're all based with blue. And I think I'm just going to adhere this towards the top. So there's that one. That would give me the option to write or stamp something. I have this one, which I probably wouldn't do anything else to other than just attach it. I suppose I could still stamp, but I like the background so much, I probably wouldn't. And then I have this one, which, again, I like the color contrast here, and then I could stamp or do something at the bottom. So this one for sure, and then I just need to decide on this one, and it's tough because I like them all. So I've actually come up with something different. I'm going to make my own card. I'm going to use this one as the base, but then I'm going to take this, which was my original piece of paper, and I'm going to cut it to fill where the white space is now. So then I'll actually have both of those patterns. This will overlap, and it's just enough of the star that I think it brings all that together. And I really like the color contrast of all of those, so I think that's what I'm going to do. The only other thing I see myself changing is just maybe rearranging the position of the cards and photos, but otherwise, I think this is what I like the best. I made the card, I adhered the paper, cut off the excess, and I love the way it looks, so I am going to attach that. I'll probably put a mini staple in there when I attach it, and then that one's probably good. But then I have to decide, there is some dead space here. Should I do something with it or not? I did attach the ticket to the card, so that part is done. And now I've pulled out a bunch of holiday themed items that I have. These 3 are all digital files that I bought and then I print them at home, so lots to choose from there. I kind of have them done mostly by color groups so that it's easier to find what I want. And then I also have these. These are just wood veneer pieces. These were from a set by Allie Edwards that were for her December daily. I don't do that project, but I figured, hey, I could maybe use them in my regular album. So there might be something in here that I might be able to overlap somewhere or just include randomly. There is a white star in there. Again, I already have a lot of stars, but I don't want to rule out anything at this point. So in this set of items, I found this. I actually have 2 of these printed. It just says holiday vibes, which I like because this certainly wasn't Christmas time when we were there, but it was definitely holiday themed. And this green I think works pretty well with the green that's in here. However, this is too big. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out the phrase and dump the rest, and that way it'll be a lot thinner and it'll fit better on this photo. I have cut down that 2x2 piece I had and made it fit better on the photo. And I really like the way that looks. All I'm going to do is I'm going to add a mini staple right here along the edge. There we go. And you know what, when I look at this, I think I want to switch these. This is almost like a little too much gray and white next to each other. Let's see how this looks. Yes, I like that better. I do notice, you know, that they're big 2-star patterns, but then also the green is opposite each other, which I like. And this white and gray is separate from this white and gray. So I think that's the arrangement I'm going to go with. Now looking at this, I don't think I can do anything really with this one unless I were to stamp a short phrase up here. I'll have to think about that. If I did it, I would do it in black, so it would bring out the black here. And I'm still wondering, do I need something else down here? Oh, maybe I could do some splattering, some gold splattering to bring that out, but then I wouldn't have any up here. I'm going to think about that a little bit more before I make my decision. I have decided that I do want to stamp on this photo, and this is a set that I just got recently. It's called Travel Words. It's from Kelly Perky, and I don't know if this one's sold out or not, so it might still be available in her shop, but if you like these phrases, check that out. So I already decided I want to do the one that says being a tourist. Here it is. Oh, it's kind of hard to see that on the camera, but it says being a tourist there. And I held it up to make sure it would fit in the spot where I want it, and it will. And so I'm going to do it right here between the point of this star and the point of this one in this upper corner right there. So I stamped on the photo and it didn't come out perfectly. It did smear a little bit, and I'm a little frustrated with this because it's not the first time it's happened lately. I'm using the Canon photo paper, and I think it's the Glossy 2 it's called. So it is a glossy surface, but I use Stays-On ink, which is supposed to go on and prevent the smearing problem. So I'm not sure if it's the ink, if it's this particular photo paper, but this is what I print on at home, and it's happened several times. I wish I was keeping track of before did it happen with my Snapfish photos, and maybe it was that finish too, or if it's just this, I don't know. But it's just something to be aware of, that you, if you're going to do glossy of any type really, you need to be extra careful. And because it is slightly smudged, it's enough where it would irritate me. So I did it on a normal piece of paper as well, and I'm just going to cut this out and put it over this one. And even though that's not what I intended, I'm sure it'll look fine in the end. So there you can see how I covered it up. I did leave a little bit of extra room on this end so that I can put a mini staple in there. So I will do that. Just adds a little bit of visual interest to it. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, it's okay. Again, it wasn't what I intended, but you know what? There's a way to fix almost every mistake that might happen, and I think it looks fine. So I do like to stamp directly on photos. This time it just didn't work out. That's okay. And yeah, looking at this, I think I am going to do just a little bit of gold splattering down here, and then I'll probably be done. I've done the splattering. Hopefully you can see a little bit, at least on camera, that I used a scratch piece of paper to cover up from here to the top because I didn't want any of the splattering on the blue. I only wanted it on the star and the lower area of the ticket, star paper that it is. And so I did get a little bit on the ticket and then around the edges there, which is exactly what I want. So I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes, and then I'll put it all back together and see how it looks. I forgot to mention that this is what I use for the splattering. This is my standby. Now, Heidi Swap, this has been discontinued from her line of products, but I have a ton left, so it'll take me a long time to go through this. When this runs out, I'll find something new that's similar, I'm sure, but for now I'm still using this one. All right, this has dried, so everything is done, and in the page protector, this definitely is different from what I thought it was going to be when I started out, but I love it. So I'm glad I just kind of let my creativity guide me through this one. Thanks for watching, everybody.